Hello everybody, so today I have for you a super exciting video. As you might know, as you probably know, if you keep up with like the beauty world at all, now is the time, well now and the coming weeks are the times when beauty companies are releasing their holiday palettes and their holiday products. And usually for me, there's two companies that I always look for their holiday palettes to be spectacular, and that is Urban Decay and their Vice palettes, as well as Lorac. Last year, you might know, they released the Mega Pro palette. This year they will be releasing the Mega Pro 2 palette, which will be released October 4th, I believe. I'm definitely going to be getting that. But last year, the Vice 3 palette was not very impressive to me. I got it from Sephora and I didn't like it at all. The shadows were kind of chalky and hard to blend, I thought anyways, so I returned it. That was a whole big rigmarole, and I don't shop at Sephora anymore because of that experience. Because their return, well, their customer service was just awful to me, but that's a whole different story. This year, I decided to give it another chance. I ordered the Vice4 palette, and I just got it in the mail like 10 minutes ago, but I decided that I would do kind of like my first impression slash, I guess it can't really be called a review because I haven't tried out these shadows yet. I've only swatched them. So I'm going to be kind of showing like my first impressions, like what I think so far about it. So this is the palette itself. You might be able to see when it catches the light. It's got like an oil slick type effect to it. It kind of looks like shattered glass, and then on the back it just says Urban Decay Vice. I don't remember if the last one actually had the 3 on the palette, but this one doesn't say Vice4, it just says Vice. So you open it up, it's a magnetic closure. There's a huge ginormous mirror, as you can see, and this is the palette itself. That's what the colors look like. As you can see, mostly colorful shades towards the middle, and then neutral on the sides, like the first and last column. It does come with a brush. I guess I'll go ahead and do that so I can take it out of here. So on one end it is a fluffy paddle brush. Let's see, pretty soft but still stiff enough to do the job, you know. And then the other end is just a blending brush. Yeah, just really fluffy and soft. And it says Urban Decay Vice on it. Let me try to show you the size. See, that's how big it is. So that's the little brush that comes with it. Also, it comes with this really pretty bag. It has the same design on it, and it has the same oil slick type effect. I don't know if you can see, but when the light hits it, it's like got a pinky green tint, and it's the same on the back. Really pretty. I love this. I'm gonna use it for something. I don't know what. Maybe when I travel, I'll use this to put makeup in. But let's get on to the part that everyone actually cares about, which are these colors. I guess I will go through them individually. I have a new editing software, so I'm going to try to play around with it and figure out how to get you close-up shots of this while I'm talking. So let's just go with it. Okay. So the first color is Bones, and it's this color right here. This one, it's just a very light taupey color. It's got shimmer to it. There are a lot more mattes in this palette than in previous palettes. Ignore the staining on my hand. I'd swatched them before, but this is Bones. It's just a nice kind of, it's like just a neutral goldy, flesh-toned color, and it would be good for all over the lid, I feel like. I'm just gonna stand up for the rest of this because you need to see these anyways. So then we're gonna go by columns, by the way. So then we're gonna go with this one, and this is called Framed. I went a little heavy on it there. Okay, well that's Framed. Again, this is a matte color as opposed to the shimmer. You can see there's a little bit more of the yellow orangey tone coming out in this one. Really nice. I'm going to use that for an all over lid color, I think, like a base before I put my shadows on. So then the next one in that row is called Discreet. And it kind of reminds me, well, it's a pinky toned color. This one is Discreet. See, it's a bit more rosy, a pinkier color, a pinkier nude. That'd be really nice for if you were doing like a really basic eye, and you like if you used like a very color, like a color that matched your skin exactly, and then you use this in the crease to give just like the slightest definition. I think that would be really pretty. So that's Discreet. And then the last one in this row is Bitter, and it is quite an orangey brown color, actually. It doesn't really fit with the rest of these, it looks like, if you were just looking at columns. But I will swatch that for you. So I don't think I swatched this one earlier when I first got it. So that's Bitter, a very kind of like a burnt sienna color, like an auburn, not quite red, not quite orange, it's somewhere in the middle. Very pretty. I love all of these. I don't have anything bad to say about this palette so far, really. So again, this one is Bones. This one right here is Framed. This one is Discreet. And this one is Bitter. Now let's move on to the next column, and we're gonna start, oh, did I just, no, okay, let's, oh crap, just dug my nail into that one. Okay, so we're gonna start at this column with the first color, which is called Grip, and it is a shiny, like, I think it's supposed to be matte, but it's quite sparkly. It has some micro glitter. So that's what that looks like. Again, it's called Grip. It's kind of like a, I don't want to describe it as gold, but it is kind of gold. It's like a goldy brown with flecks of gold micro glitter in it. Really pretty, really nice. I really like this. I wasn't going to get this palette because I thought it looked like, the shadows looked too much like colors I already had before, but after watching a review, I just had to get it because these colors are they're just really unique and pretty. So moving on, let's move on to the next one, which is this one. It's a nice bright corally pink color, and it is called Fastball. So let me just swatch it for you. This one's really creamy. So that one right there is Fastball. Very nice pink color, not too overpowering. It's pretty shiny. It's got a nice sheen to it, but it's not quite pink. It's pretty coral. I mean, I don't want to say it's not pink because it definitely has pink in it, but I think it's like pink, a pinkish red, pinky coral. It's a really, really pretty color. I think these two side by side are actually beautiful. I think they would be really nice together. And the next color in this column is this one here, and it is called Grasshopper. It's just a really vibrant green color. I love green. It's such a pretty color. I think it really works well on just about anybody. So as you can see, it is quite vibrant there. That is Grasshopper. See, these two look cute next to each other. All these colors complement each other beautifully. I just love it. So that's Grasshopper. It definitely would be a nice pop of color on your eyelids if you're feeling colorful one day. And the final one on that row, and so far my favorite in this palette, is Flame. This beautiful orangey red color with a lot of yellow sparkle in it. It's very similar, this one is very similar to a pressed pigment that I have. So there it is. That one is Flame. See, just look how gorgeous and unique that is. That's so pretty. Even the other pigment that I have that is quite similar is not exactly the same. It is, wow, this is gorgeous. And this is all one swipe with no primer, by the way. So just like look at how pigmented that is. And these shadows are just so smooth. They are so smooth, like it's unbelievable. So once again, this is Grip. Sorry, this is Grip. This is Fastball, Grasshopper, and Flame. Now we'll move on to the middle column and start with this one. And this one is a nice black, and it is called Deadbeat. And it has a lot of glitter in it, just from looking at it. I haven't swatched this yet. Not as much as I thought, but of course it's just a black, you know. You can kind of see how the glitter catches in the light. I'm lucky right now, I have great natural lighting. So, then we'll move on to the next color, which is 1985. This bright fuchsia color. Super pretty. That's what that looks like. That one is 2 swipes. One swipe looked a little bit light, so I just went over that. So that one is 1985. Beautiful bright pink fuchsia color. Super gorgeous. This is not shimmery, but it is kind of shiny. It catches the light nicely. So let's move on to the next color, which is this one right here. This slightly, I don't know, lighter green, well, darker really. And it is in the color C Note. Let me just swatch that for you. Oh yeah, this reminds me of their color Mildew. Urban Decay's color Mildew. I think it's in the Ammo palette, but that is C Note. When you put all of the colors, obviously we have one more left on this column, but when you put all the colors together from each row, they do look really nice on the hand swatched. So let's just move swiftly along to the last color on this column, which is Low. It is a brown color with kind of a shift to it. Not a shift, but like a shimmer. That one feels a little chalky, but That's what low looks like here. This brown color. So again, let me read these names. So we have Deadbeat, 1985, C Note, and Low. Moving on to my actually two favorite rows. These rows are so pretty to me. These columns. These last two columns are so pretty. But moving on to this one, we'll start with this color, which is Beat Down. That right there is Beat Down. It's just a nice dark purple color. Really nice. Purple is my favorite color, so I'm really, really excited about the purples in this palette. You can see it better when it catches the light, but that's what it looks like. So that's Beat Down. The next one we have here is this color. Oh, it's also kind of a purpley color, and it is called Underhand. Not so much purpley when you look at it on the hand. Kind of a pinky red, a reddish, yeah, red with like a pink shift to it. Again, kind of like a burnt sienna color. Really, really pretty, really pretty. I like it. I don't like it as much as the purple, but the next one we're gonna look at is Arctic, which is this bright, bright blue. It is the only blue in the palette. Yeah. This one's also really stunning. See? Oh man, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. So that's Arctic. It reminds me of Aquadesiac by MAC, but this is way more intense. So that's Arctic. And then the final color for that column is Crowbar, which is this goldy brown color here. I've not swatched this yet. Whew, the glitter really gets to you on that one. So yeah, that's a really goldy brown color, and that is Crowbar. Yeah, Crowbar. Really, really pretty. The glittery ones, you have to kind of swatch a little bit. It has kind of like, I want to say like an overlay to it almost, but not really. So again, Beat Down, Underhand, Arctic, and Crowbar. The final row is potentially my favorite just because I love the colors in it. So we're going to be starting with this color here up at the top, and that color is called Pandemonium. It is one of the very glittery colors. That's what that looks like. It's like a very muted pinky brown color. Well, not muted so much, but it's very dark. The pinkiness in it is muted. It's almost like a pink black, I want to say. Like a black with pink overlay, but it's not. Really, really pretty. The next one is this one here, and it is called Harlot. And it is a very light pink lavender color, a pinky lavender, more pink than lavender really. So that's Harlot. Very pretty, very much the type of eyeshadows that I tend to lean towards. The pinky purple colors. The next one is this one here, and it is called Robbery. It's like a taupey gold almost. Super buttery and pigmented, that one is. I mean, all of them are really pigmented, but that one's especially buttery and pigmented to me. So yeah, a goldy, pretty much a true gold, a goldy brown, Maybe not as bright as a true gold, but definitely gold. And the final color in this palette is this one right here, and it's just a nice matte brown, and it is in the can I talk? It is in the shade Delete. This is a very, very deep brown. Very deep brown color. Really, really nice, good crease color to use with some of these other nudes that we have here. So let's just start back at the top. So the first one is Pandemonium. Then you have Harlot. And then Robbery. And Delete. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much my swatches of this Urban Decay Vice4 palette. As someone who's never really been a huge fan of the Vice palettes, I mean, obviously I didn't get the original Vice or the Vice 2 because I wasn't really into makeup so much at that time. But I did try out the Vice 3, and of course I have this one, and I did return the Vice 3 as I told you before. But I can tell you with no hesitation that I will not be returning this because this is gorgeous. Like, I was worried that these colors would be too similar to things that I had already, because as you may know, I am a huge supporter of the indie makeup community and indie pigments, like companies that just make pigments, and I press my own pigments a lot of the time with really in order to get super colorful eyeshadows. So when a bigger company like Urban Decay comes out with a palette that has a lot of neutrals with a few colorful shadows in it, I'm hesitant because I know that I probably have shadows that are quite similar, if not the same, as the ones that they come out with. But I can truly say I don't think I have, like, for these colorful ones and even the neutral shades, I can say without a doubt I do not have any dupes for these except for maybe Arctic, maybe Max Aquadesiac, maybe. But other than that, these are all super original eyeshadow shades, and I don't have anything bad to say about this palette. Honestly, it's really beautiful. Obviously, I haven't used it yet because I just got it in the mail, but I'm sure that they will blend flawlessly, I hope, because they're just gorgeous, and they're really, really buttery too. They're really creamy. The only ones that aren't as buttery or creamy would be some of the ones that have so much glitter, like Flame was a little hard at first, and so was Crowbar, but the other ones were fine. I didn't have any problem with the other ones. But I mean, I'm really hopeful. I think this is a really, really great palette. I'm really excited to use it, and I will definitely be using this a lot in the coming days and weeks. So yeah, there's my first impressions review of the Vice4 palette by Urban Decay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the Vice4. Did you get it? Are you not gonna get it? Why? Tell me your opinions down below. Also, I want to address this really quick. If you comment on a video and I don't respond to it, I promise I am not ignoring you. Sometimes YouTube doesn't tell me when I get a comment. Usually it does whenever I sign in, and it has a little notification in the corner by my channel, but sometimes it doesn't. So if you leave me a comment and I don't respond very quickly, just know that I'm not ignoring you. YouTube just didn't tell me about it. I'm gonna try to stay on top of that more lately, because I noticed I had like 7 comments that I never saw just when I was going back through videos and editing descriptions. So I'm gonna try to stay on top of it. Hopefully, if you comment, I will see it. I'm gonna try, you guys. We all know how messed up YouTube is a lot of the time, like with their notification systems. So, anyways, I just had to say that because I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you, because I'm totally not doing it intentionally. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, because I make new videos every Monday and Friday, and sometimes I upload stuff early like I did this Friday, because I uploaded on a Thursday. I thought the video was going to take way longer to upload than it did, but so yeah, sometimes I upload like a day early, but pretty much I stick to the same schedule Monday and Friday. So long-winded. So thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.